Hi guys, especially male students. Okay, I ran into a situation recently where a gentleman I've been training for quite a while suddenly did something different with his hands. Okay, instead of holding me a certain way, he held me a different way, a Cuban hold. And I was like, okay, we're dancing New York / LA style, and you're giving me a Cuban hold, and you have to go from the Cuban hold to a regular hold every time you want to turn me. I said, why? And he goes, I don't know, it was just something I picked up. So it's not that it's wrong or it's bad. It just doesn't feel as good for the woman. Now, there can be many different things. You'll be taking lessons for a while, especially from a woman, and she'll say, I like it a certain way, okay? And then you'll go out dancing and you'll see other guys doing it a different way. And then you'll start trying that. And then you'll come back to the woman or your instructor who's a woman, and then you're doing it the different way other than what she showed you. And she recognizes it right away because it doesn't feel as good, but it looks cool, okay? Now, this is where it gets kind of hairy, because you want to look cool, obviously, but you also want the woman to feel good in your arms, right? So it's kind of like it's kind of hard thing to decide, you know, looks versus feeling when you're partner dancing. Preferably, if you're with a woman, you want to make her feel and make her look as good as possible. You can look good doing other things, but if your instructor, especially if she's a woman, says, you know, why are you doing it now this way? You need to ask her, why are you asking me that question? The reason, it's not to challenge her, it's to ask her why she does things a certain way. And if you start asking your instructor intelligent questions, and the most intelligent question is why, she will tell you, because it pushes me harder this way, or I feel a yank on my wrist, or when I have to do this, you know, your hand position is completely off, and I lose connection with you for a split second, and I don't feel as connected, or whatever it is, okay? But when you're working with your instructor, and she's a woman, gentlemen, and she likes it a certain way, and you see it done a different way, you need to ask her why, okay? And she should be able to tell you. If she tells you, oh, well, I've always done it this way and it's always been this way, and you demonstrate to her a different way of doing it and it does in fact feel better, she should be mature enough to accept that change. Because, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing more permanent than change, okay? And when she can realize, wow, that's a different style, that's really cool, I kind of like it, I'm not going to stop you, but you know what, I'd like for you to do both. Like, it's really cool when you know two languages, you know French and you know Spanish. You know, you're not going to go to France speaking Spanish all day long. You know, God forbid you speak English all day long over there. But anyway, that's a different subject. So, it's good to do both. It's good to know many different ways of doing things, okay? So, anyway, the big question is, or the big challenge for you, gentlemen, is to make sure you know why she wants things done a certain way. Not that it's always been done this way. Because that's not going to fly, okay? Did I ever tell you that story about the ham? Some of you already know this. There was a guy, just got married to his beautiful wife, young wife. She decided to impress him one night and cook a ham. And she always cut both ends of the ham off. And he said, why are you cutting both ends of the ham off? And she said, well, it's always been done this way. My mom does it this way. Everybody does it this way. He says, no, you're the only one that does it. So then they went to the mom's house the next Christmas, and she cut both ends of the ham off. And the guy's going, wait a minute, what? Is this a family tradition or something? Because I've never seen both ends of the ham cut off. And the woman says, no, we do it because it's very sanitary. And the guy goes, okay. So then they go to the grandma. And grandma, why do you cut both ends of the ham off? Because he sees his ham, grandma fixes, right? And the grandma says, I never had a pot big enough for my ham. And so you see, traditions and things that have been done for so long, just because they've been done a certain, like the 6-week course, for example, okay? Where do we come up with this 6-week course? Why can't we just do it a 4-week course, or a month-long course? Why does it? Because it cuts into the next month, and then you have to subtract 2 weeks, and then billing, whatever. I think the 6-week course came from a guy was choreographing a wedding, and the wedding just so happened to be in 6 weeks, and he had everybody do something 6 weeks, and then the tradition just followed 6 weeks. Where did the 6-week course come from, really? I'm digressing. Not really. What I'm telling you is you've got to know the reason why certain things are done. And when you can talk about the whys, okay, you are asking more intelligent questions and you're getting more intelligent answers. Once you understand the whys, you will understand, you'll never understand the Indian unless you've walked a mile in their moccasins. You will never understand women until you learn how to follow, and follow for at least 6 months out on the dance floor with guys that are pulling and yanking and throwing you around and giving you horrible shit leads. You know what I mean? That's what it's like to be a woman. It's like, okay, here's a shit lead. Oh, here's a good one. Oh, I'm going to wait all night long for him. You go to the restroom. His name is written on the bathroom wall. Okay, and then you wonder, oh, well, she's an instructor. Why does she think his lead is so good? Because everybody else is shit, and he's the only one that's good, So listen to me when I tell you that a hand hold, a hand placement, whatever, feels better and is more efficient than something that you saw some really cool stud guy do, all right? These really cool stud guys look good, but guess what? They don't feel that great, all right? They might be great performers, but their social dancing is shit, all right? I'm just here to tell you. Anyway, this is Edie the Salsa Freak signing off for today. Bye.